All games have glitches and bugs. That's what makes them a game. But name one game that gets constant updates that don't actively pursue to fix those glitches and bugs that plague the combat experience of the game. Oh, right. Genshin Impact. Now, I like a good glitch when it comes to exploration. There used to be a glitch where you could plunge dive across Teyvat. I never got to do it, but it was fun. Glitches that allow fun things are welcome, but what's not fun is this. Didn't I use my burst and get iframes? Why is Yoimiya dead? During her burst. There are an abundant amount of glitches that require literally a small change in coding, but Hoyoverse refuses to revisit old characters to fix their issues. Eula can't pre-funnel, while every other character has no issues pre-funneling energy. Ayato can be damaged for a few frames after his burst, because he just stands there, stationary. You cannot move him. Who hates playing Jean because her burst completely takes you out of the immersion of the fight and makes you face her? Dia. Don't get me started on Dia. Don't get me started. What's worse is the dodging system, and the fact that your characters can be propelled in the air off of the actual monster that you're fighting and unable to act because the game decided that. If you dodge something, you don't expect to fly across the map, right? It's just bad game design. You see how when Hu Tao uses her dash, she seems to go through enemies? The same should be for when you dodge, or at least to an extent. I suppose that might actually require a lot of coding to fix, but it still should be done. Remember the incident with Yai Miko auto-targeting? Hoyoverse said, and I quote, "The development team views optimizing the unclear targeting mechanics as an important step in improving player experience, but it is also a challenging and long-term goal. We will continue to review travelers' suggestions and keep working on solutions to improve targeting mechanics." That was April 6, 2022. Over a year ago. What has changed since then? Instead of developing a new code for locking onto the target, which may take 2 to 5 months for an already established game, honestly, you could do it much quicker, but a lot of testing would be required. They decided to sweep it under the rug and keep things as it is. I get it. It's tough for a small indie company to put resources into fixing unclear targeting mechanics when you're not making as much money per year. Wow, 3.7 billion in 2 years? That's chump change. No need to spend a few $100,000 paying people to fix your top tier game. Let's get back on topic because this is becoming more of a rant. There are so many issues with characters that require subtle fixes. For Eula, change a piece in the code to make her burst deplete her energy 1 second faster so she can properly funnel her energy. Either extend Ayato's invulnerability period during his burst, or fix the burst animation because he's literally just standing there, staring at you, doing nothing. It makes no sense why he has one of the longest burst animations. Unless you were actively knocked back by a monster and sent flying into the air, using an aerial skill, or using something like Xiao's limited static wind cycling, you should function like the bosses and be immovable. Or, if that's a step too far, because I understand you might still be pushed by things, if you have a goddamn shield, then you should not be able to be moved. All of these issues will eventually catch up to Genshin, and maybe they won't be able to sweep it under the rug. Or, maybe they keep ignoring it and distracting us with the next best thing, like the recent Fontaine trailer. Really though, I think I'm in love with this one. Why is going back to fix old errors not a priority for such a large company like Hoyoverse? To be honest, when the next best RPG gacha comes out that trumps Genshin, maybe then they will fix their game. There's just an abundance of small minor issues that can be fixed in a single update by changing and tweaking a few pieces of code in the game. All I'm saying is, if Genshin is such a flagship game of the current generation, I would thrive to make it the absolute best thing on the market. Not sabotage the functionality of your game to keep players on the edge of actually saying that they like the game. But anyways, let me know what you think about it. Leave a comment down below if you agree, or if you have a suggestion for how Hoyoverse should handle this. Go ahead and like and subscribe to push this video in the algorithm. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, Enigma out.